Hi there. Just want to do a quick video here on the idea of patents with regards to government logos and symbols. Somebody sent an email along with Government of Canada being indicated as part of the U.S. State's Patent and Trademark Office, one of the government symbols. So here we are in the U.S. Patent Office site, and they have a search selection here, and just clicking on the words and design mark search freeform takes you to form you can fill in. I put in Government of Canada and came up with this list of different things that have been registered by the Government of Canada. You can see that many of them are related to the RCMP. I remember a number of years ago the RCMP was trying to protect their image with regards to the iconic images of an RCMP officer in the red uniform and the hat and on the horse and so on. So they registered trademarks to ensure that they were not being used in commercial products without some type of permission, because they would be the official license holder. And that's the only thing I really heard about registering trademarks with regards to the government, but things have gone quite a bit further in a number of ways. So there's a list of a number of things here, and just click through a few of them that I opened up here. So this is the Patent Office. You can see here that we're on record 7 out of that list. The RCMP Elite was a word mark. Now, a word mark is something that is a symbol combined with a word, so it's not just a name, but it's actually an image. And they don't have an image of what it is, but for whatever reason they had RCMP Elite trademarked. It's been canceled. It's no longer an active trademark. And there's a number of interesting things to look on here with regards to what happened. You can see what they're trying to do with regards to protecting it, with regards to toys and jigsaw puzzles and various other things. But you can also see here that they say first use date, and then they have first use in commerce date. And you can watch that as we go through other patents here with regards to the dates. The filing date is also something interesting to look at. When they filed, when did they decide it was important or necessary to file? And it was published at a particular date, a registration date, and then the owner, who is the registrant. So you have this in Capitis Maxima, all these things here, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, etc., enacted by the Government of Canada in bold type and in full caps. And then you go upper lowercase for the address. And then you have full uppercase Canada. So I wonder if there's a difference between, the Maxima and the Minima format. And you also look here, is it live or dead? Is it presently an active trademark, or is it one that's no longer active? And it's been canceled as of 2006 for some reason. So it's considered a dead trademark, but it's also still within the Trademark Office records. Here's another one. They, whatever again, did RCMP country. And again, for commercial products, to protect it, first use in commerce. It's a type of drawing, and originally filed in 98. Registered in 99. Again, same registration issue with regards to the owner, and that one's dead as well. So it was canceled in 2006 for some reason. So we have here another one for the RCMP, and commerce date, etc. Everything's pretty much the same here. This one, though, is a live one. It is still active. The word mark is actually the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. So they have trademarked the name and image of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, so nobody else can use it, and they're still actively protecting that. And again, for whatever reason, in 1998 they went ahead and protected everything because people were using it and they wanted to protect it, and that's fine. But then interestingly enough, you go here and you go, look at this one, Government of Canada. This is the official symbol which is seen on government documents that you receive in the mail. It's on offices. This is really the official image of the Government of Canada. You notice it is a word mark of that particular title, and Capitis Maxima, and then you have design plus words, letters, and or numbers. So that's what a word mark is, a combination of an image and words. And what's included in it, the filing date 2007. Now this is what I find interesting. I'm going to show you a number of word marks related to the Government of Canada. So the RCMP figured it was valuable, and I can see why with the RCMP, because there is an iconic image. People were using it in commercial purposes and so on. They wanted to control it. But I'm not so sure about the Government of Canada as to why it became necessary to protect it for commercial purposes in 2007. And this is also another interesting thing, is the applicant is the Government of Canada, upper and lowercase, the Government of Canada, full uppercase, Canada, full uppercase. And then the registration address is care of an address in Switzerland, which I'll show you in a minute is the address of an international trademark association. So they claim here that color is not claimed as a feature of the word of the mark. Well, in the actual acts that create the flag, there is a very specific color that is a part of the flag with regards to the designation for official purposes. Signature of the Government of Canada, lowercase g, featuring a national flag in white and red and wording in black and white. And this here article is a reference I'll show you in a minute with regards to this association here, WIPO, and it is a live patent, still active. There's another one that's kind of interesting, the black and white Canadian flag. We used to see this a number of years ago on many things. It is still indicated on government paperwork because of the black and white laser printers and so on. You'll see this image. So they're protecting this image, and it is indicated as being filed in 2007. Again, same thing with regards to designations of the Government of Canada on here in the address, principal, and it's a live image. This one here, actually trademarking the flag of Canada. Again, 2007. Why all of a sudden in 2007 did they feel it necessary to do this? Here's the registrant applicant owners, and it is live as well. Now they mentioned this is the national flag of Canada. Okay, so they're acknowledging that's what it is. And then this one here is another interesting one. This one I did some research and reporting on it many years ago, and this is where I first identified and learned about word marks. That this is not a word, this is not upper and lowercase Canada, this is an image, and it is considered a word mark, and that's where I first learned about it. And it was registered in 2007, and that word mark has existed well before 2007, but they didn't actually trademark it until 2007. Again, 2007 for some reason is an important year, and that's in a live registration date. Same owner registration there. And this is another one that I find very interesting. This is the Governor General's personal insignia. And I'm not quite sure why they need to do this, because it's a national thing. But 2007, something happened there. Again, same ownership registration, and it's live. And then this one here, I remember this one when I was a kid. This is actually the symbol of 1967, the centennial year, or 69, I guess, filing date. Yeah, Canadian centennial symbol. So they actually filed it in 69, and it is still a live trademark, and it's a representation of, look at the applicant here, Government of Canada, Government of Canada, 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 and no upper and lowercase in there to distinguish it out. And look at this. This is the coat of arms in Canada in black and white. Not sure why they want to do this again. To designate it, they break it down what's included within it, and the original filing they don't know when, and then it was done in 2007. And look at this again, Government of Canada, Government of Canada, Canada. All right, there's the article, and then live. So they're trademarking the symbols of the national government in 2007. This is another one just as an example of what can happen. This is another type drawing. The word mark was Metex. It's been canceled. It was something to do with a computer software program. And this is, look at this registrant here. Her Majesty the Queen in right of Canada, full uppercase. As represented by the Minister, Government of Canada, full uppercase, etc. Address, full uppercase. And this is a dead trademark. It's been abandoned, it's canceled, it's no longer active, and it was canceled in 2004. So that's what can happen to a trademark, to take it out of a registration system. Another one from Envirofax. And same applicant here, full uppercase, Her Majesty the Queen, and it is dead. It was taken out of circulation in 1996. And looky here, this is the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Their symbol, their image of their company that is on their badges and so on. And the registrant is the National Police Force enacted by the Government of Canada, etc. And this is first renewal was 2010. Was originally registered in 1999, and that's a live registration. Now this one here caught my eye. Terminium. It's some type of drawing. It's regarded to, again, computer data recordings, and it was filed in 1999, so much earlier, registered in 2000, and here, registrant is Her Majesty the Queen in right of Canada, upper and lower case, and then Government of Canada, full uppercase, then Queen in right of Canada, full uppercase, and Canada, full uppercase, care of a particular individual at this location, and location is upper and lower case, and Canada is in full upper. So there is something different about this with regards to who the owners are. Look at that. Her Majesty the Queen in right of Canada and Queen in right of Canada is two separate things. And that's a live registration, and it is was renewed in 2010. So I found it interesting that the owners vary in the representation of the persons. So this is the actual email that I was sent showing that registration, and I just wanted to touch on this. This is the Government of Canada home website, and you'll notice that they're using a Canadian flag in reverse, white on black. Now the trademark was for the black on white, Government of Canada, and this is white on black. And I remember seeing this. This is what was being used back in 1999-2000 when I was in court cross-examining a CRA guy on the stand. His identification had this type of image on it, white on black. The Government of Canada website has this image here, the logo word mark up here, but it doesn't have the proper white and red, which it should have. It has the ability to be color on this particular page, and they're using an artificial, this is a trademark image as well, this 11-pointed artificially designed maple leaf. That's an individual trademark item as well. And so they're using this here, they're using the trademark up here, or the word mark up here, and very recently, within the past about year and a half, all the government websites have, or all the government has styles, protocols that they must follow. Similar layout, similar images, similar content, design, etc. And the mandate for the styles update of like about 18 months ago was to have this logo up here in this position at top left, and using a real design of a maple leaf, not the artificial 11-point, and then having the Canada word mark in the top right. And back in '99, this Canada word mark was just showing up in use, and it was down at the bottom of the page. And sometime in the subsequent years, probably around the mid to 2004, 2005, it shifted from the bottom of the page to the top right of the page. It also did this on the government checks and other government documentation that they sent out, because this here is the position of authority. This is the legal authority from which the document is being issued. And this here is, I believe, the Artificial Canada, all caps Canada company, and this is representative of the Lawful Canada, I believe. And what's happened is I just saw somebody's recent GST rebate check, I believe it was, and the paperwork that came in with regards to that had this word mark in the top left-hand corner. It no longer came from Canada Revenue Agency or any other agency, Government of Canada. It comes from this word mark Canada up in the top left, and totally changes the dynamics of who it's coming from. And this is also happening provincially. This is the British Columbia website for Province of British Columbia, or excuse me, Government of British Columbia, and they're using this here, which is, again, it's a word mark. This is another registered trademark of the corporate province, I believe. And if you actually look for the lawful province, you have a coat of arms. So if this is the lawful Government of British Columbia website, it should have a coat of arms up here. They also have two coats of arms. One, a simplified version, which is, I believe, representative of the corporate, and then the full version, which is the lawful one. And you can find examples of this on private-person.com. I've gone over this stuff previously. So again, this whole idea of having word marks and trademarks, and this is advertising. They're telling everybody all the time who you're dealing with. You're dealing with a government, or you're dealing with a corporation, and which one. And to go and do the trademark research to see this stuff is interesting. To see who the registrants are and how they vary from place to place is also interesting. And the fact that they felt the need, for whatever reason, in 2007 to go out and register the Canadian flag and the Canada word mark when they'd been in use for a long time and hadn't been registered, I find that 2007 is probably a landmark year for a couple of reasons, and we'll leave that for another video. This here is the World Intellectual Property Organization. This is the address on one of the trademarks, or a couple of the trademarks that Canada had, and it referenced WIPO. And so the care of address is this organization. So for whatever reason, Canada is using this as their care of address when registering their national trademarks. And if you do a simple search here and put in Government of Canada, you will come up with some particular items within their database. And this is the reference also from those trademarks where there was an article referenced, Article 6 TER. And it's dealing with marks concerning state emblems, official hallmarks, and emblems of intergovernmental organizations. And it's a fairly short section on that, and it deals with registering national symbols and so on. So there's, again, some interesting research here, which some people might want to take a little bit further. But like I said, what they're doing is they are advertising when, just like flying the flag on a ship, it tells you what law you're under with that ship. And when you go into a port, the flag's advertising where you're from and what law you're representing, etc. It's the exact same thing with websites and letters and everything that they're sending out in communication. They are telling you the laws associated with it by the symbols that they're putting at the top of the page. Top left or top center is the authority. If you get something from the Queen, the symbol's in the center. If you get something from a high office in Canada, like the Privacy Commissioner's office, they have their coat of arms in the center at the top of the page, and that is the authority under which the rest is being issued. So very important to look at. This is the authority it's being issued. This is, I believe, the negative version of the government. It's the reverse. It's inside out, and it's not the national lawful government, but some type of corporate entity. And it's represented by the artificial symbols throughout, and I think they're making it very clear, as they are with the Provincial website. So I hope you find this interesting, and those of you who are interested, there'll be some links associated with this at the bottom underneath this video, and you can go and do some more research.